Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. My name is Anika. I'm a freelance graphic designer and a creative streamer based out of Toronto, Canada. I'm so glad you could join me today. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you're joining us from. I know we have a worldwide audience here. Thank you so much for joining. If you are joining on Behance or YouTube, there's a live chat. You can ask all the questions that you have. I know we have a few friends in here. Hey, hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I'm really glad to be hosting the Adobe Creative Cloud Express stream today. We are going to learn how to create a game night flyer in Creative Cloud Express. Now, it is Sci Fi Week here at Adobe Live, and I am excited. It's May the 4th tomorrow. And let's dive into what Adobe Express is, how you can use it and leverage its free features to promote your local business and create a promotional graphic. All right. So what you see on my screen is basically the website adobe.com/express. You go here, you can take a look at all the premium and the free features we have. It's very cool. I love for the fact that it's free. There's a lot of quick actions in here as well. You can use tons and tons of templates to create your branding, your assets, all of those social media graphics in a single click. We're going to talk about templates in the next stream, which is scheduled later for this week. But before we actually dive into creating for today, let's say hi to a few folks in chat. I want to say hi to Cody. Hey, Cody, what's up? Hey, Wade. I see Oliver, Sean, what's up? May the 4th be with you all. And Val, if you're watching this in the future, hello. All right. So if you're on this website, you see that there is this handy dandy little button which says start for free. You click here and you will be redirected to this neat little page which says express.adobe.com. A quick and brief overview over here is that on the top, you have this basic sizing for Instagram stories, Instagram post, Facebook post, and so on and so forth. Now, you can also go ahead and create a custom size here, but we don't want that for today because we're just creating a flyer. So I'm going to start from scratch and going to be using shapes, design assets, and all of the fun stuff. And also the magic type tools. I mean, who knew type tools had magic? But let's start ahead. Let's look at some templates here. We have some stories. We also have some posters. All right. And I also want to say that if you are a Creative Cloud subscriber already and you have access to all the apps, you can use the Creative Cloud Express app on both mobile and web, and also Premiere Rush and Photoshop Express, which is pretty cool. All right. I see more people on the chat joining. Thank you all for joining. Let me know where you're joining us from. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Okay. So without further ado, let's click on this plus icon right here. And I'm going to click on flyer. Now, if you're someone new at designing, you don't have to worry about the sizing of the flyer because Creative Cloud Express does it for you. And I honestly really love that because this is confession time. Okay, I am not a Star Wars fan. So this is a perfect way to leverage the fact that all the design assets, all the shapes in here are free to use. You can type in Star Wars. I'm going to create a Star Wars inspired flyer, so all these shapes here are free to use. I don't have to know every single detail for me to be able to create something beautiful. All right, so let's actually start with a basic shape because I want to give this some color. And I also want to create a quick logo before we get started. So I'm going to click don't save here. Hey, I'm not saving because Creative Cloud Express saves it for you. Let's go ahead, click logo, and I'm going to create a logo right here. Let's say it's a bar logo. I'm going to look for that. You can click this icon right here, which is a small arrow, which expands the view. We have some stuff here. I'm just going to browse through to see what I like. I probably want something which is a stackable logo. So I'm going to use something like that. I think I saw something like this earlier. Let's see. Maybe it is a karaoke bar. I mean, who knows? Let's actually go with this red brick and I'm going to convert this to a black and white so I can use this as an overlay on my poster in the end. So let's click here and convert the background to white. I'm going to change that. And I see that this is a grouped text. So I'm going to click on ungroup right here. And then I can change the colors of this. Let's go ahead and pick a black. So the reason that I'm actually doing this is because I want to export a transparent PNG out of Creative Cloud Express to overlay this on top of my asset, which is the flyer in the end. But you can also do that by creating a brand asset I am not going to be sharing how to create a brand, but if you want to know how, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel on for Creative Cloud Express. That's where there are tons and tons of videos where you can look at those things as well. All right. I feel like I don't want the location in this, so I can go ahead and edit that. And I can also change the sizing of this a little bit, something like this perhaps, or maybe just remove this altogether. All right, this is neat and clean. I really love this. And now I'm going to click on download right here. You have three options: PNG, JPEG, and a PDF. I'm going to click on PNG and click on start download. You have again a couple of options here: a solid color, which will get the background color that you have, or a transparent PNG. Now, for our purposes, I need a transparent PNG. So I'm going to hit download and it's going to go to my downloads folder. Now we can get started. Click on home again. It's going to auto save. I don't need to save. And I see Val in the chat. Hey, Val, welcome. Val is here for the Star Wars quality control. Love that. Wait, now I'm nervous. Let's go to Flyer again and select our basic shapes. All right. So let's go to the shapes and see what we have. Maybe I want something like a circle in here. So I'm going to get that. Or maybe like an oval shape. Let's get this here. Don't mind the colors for right now. And I'm going to make something out of this. Okay. So before we actually went live, I created a fun little color palette that I'm just clicking and dragging. So if you have something in your file explorer, you can just click and drag. And this is the 3-color scheme that I'm going to use today. You can also use libraries here if you have any assets in them. So you can click, this is all the Creative Cloud libraries that you have. You can see that these are all the libraries that I use. I'm sorry about that, clicked outside. But there's a Star Wars library. Who knew I had a Star Wars library, right? You can click, there are multiple things here. There's also a logo that I experimented with earlier. But yeah, this is what we have. Now, with a simple click, I can go ahead and change the color of this neat little asset. And there's an eyedropper tool, which does the work for me. I can also change the color of the background. If you just click inside this canvas area, it gives me an option here for edit background. Now, click on that. You click on the eyedropper and again, choose the color that you have created. Obviously, that wait, what? The circle that I created is not visible right now. So I'm going to take another shape, which is rectangle, put it in here, and then maybe place it here. Now, these little controls help me to really change the sizing and dimension in one click. And if you click here and see, it shows me how it is layered on top of each other. I can click and drag and bring it underneath the shape that we had. And now we have this fun little graphic shape, which kind of looks like a mask, but isn't really. So it is very quick and easy and simple to use. I'm going to use this complementary purple right here because obviously I'm going to use purple. And then I'm going to delete that. Actually, I'm going to undo that. And you can just do that with the command Z. All right. So let's actually get started with adding some text. Sorry, now you can go to the text option right here. And either you can select all of these fun social text. There are logos, there's seasonal stuff in here, some headlines and phrases. There's tons and tons of beautiful type treatments already present here. But since we're doing this from scratch, I'm going to click on add your text and just drag it up top. And it says double click to edit. I'm going to double click and you see that it is highlighted in here. And I'm going to copy. I have some text copy right here that I want to use. So I'm going to use that and write in. Okay. The Quizmaster strikes back. Oh, I'm not typing here. Oh, no. Hold on a second. Yeah, there you go. I'm not going to regret it. The Quizmaster strikes back. So I don't know if you all have ever been to a game night, but I feel like a flyer is definitely required for something like that. So I'm going to write this here. I'm going to maybe resize it to just a little bit, maybe change the letter spacing a little bit so that it looks legible and doesn't go outside the bounds of our canvas. Now you see this magenta vertical line in here. That is the alignment guide, which helps you align it to the center pretty quick. You don't have to do any guesswork. You can just go in here and align it automatically. Let me decrease line spacing a little bit for it to be more cohesive. Okay. And let's go ahead and add the text. I want to add one more thing. So the things that you have to remember when creating an event flyer is basically remembering where, why, when, what, and who's going to enter, right? So we're talking about what the event is right now. So I want to write that it is a Star Wars trivia event. trivia event. And if I'm looking here, that's basically the chat and also my copy. So yeah. And I see there's so much chat going on. I can't keep up. But if you have any questions, I'll definitely be sure to keep my eye out for that. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for them. All right, so I'm gonna click the gold color right here. It looks pretty cool, and I don't worry about the fonts right now. We're not doing that just yet, but I just want everything to be in there before we actually get started with the details. All right, so I can just expand this, and this is gonna change how it looks. Now, why is that happening? It's because if we go under here, it is we don't have any type treatment selected. I can go ahead and select a magic type, and then when I change the sizing of this guy, it's gonna change it to a magic type and it's going to convert it magically. This is what we were talking about earlier. And it's going to change how the type is tagged on top of each other. So you don't need to manually guess how much of a kerning or how much of a leading those two type or um, text needs, basically. All right. So now we have all the three colors and I can remove the color palette in here. And I'm going to go ahead and add a fun Star Wars shape because we haven't done that. Then this is a Star Wars inspired poster, right? Okay, so let's click on view all and see what we have. Now, there's a lot of Mandalorian helmets in here, which is really cool. I am actually going to go back and see what I find in here. I want something that's really pleasing to the eye. I want it, because this is very text heavy, I want it to be the right balance between illustration and text. So what I do is find something big enough to cover half of the page or almost 1/3 of the page to see how that looks. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I see the chat is really excited. This is the way, Star Wars shapes. Yes, yes, let's do it. Now we have tons and tons of shapes here which are free to use. So I'm just gonna go ahead and find something that fits the design that I am creating today. Okay, let's see. R2. Do I add R2 D2? Okay, let's see. Let's see here. Where are you? Maybe add something like this. Or maybe add something like this. Now, I did not have to change the color. The beauty of using this app is that it remembers your settings. So the last color that I used was this fun purple, and it just remembered that I had to just default it to that. I'm going to delete this one. This one looks very fun and quirky. I'm going to use this, maybe change the size of this just a little, bring it here. It's getting a little cut off. So maybe I change the color of this to be the gold that we had. Okay, that looks pretty cool. What do you think, chat? Do you think this looks cool? Let me know, Star Wars fans in the chat. Also, what are you doing to celebrate May the 4th? Let us know. And if you are a local business owner, let me know if there is something that I can help you cover when you're creating an event flyer. I would love to include that content in here as well. Okay, so now I want a basic shape just to add some information. Let's go ahead and find a geometric shape in here. There are numerous geometric shapes that you can use. There are assets. There are all these polygons in here that you can use. I'm going to use this rhombus type shape in here. And this is what we have. So let's actually go ahead and resize this just a little because I want to add some information. I also want to add the logo that we created earlier. So let's actually click and drag it again from my file explorer that we did. So let's do that. And this is the logo that I'm just dragging from my file explorer. I just click here and here we are. Now, this is not the kind of logo that I was going for, but I do have something in my libraries, which is an asset that I created earlier. I just clicked that once. Now, this is an image. That's why it's taking a bit of time to come up to the resolution that I want. I'm just going to resize that. I'm going to keep this on the side for now, maybe reuse that later in the day. But we have this guy right here. I'm going to change the color of this. Now, you may be wondering that this is black. How am I going to change the color of this? You can do that by going into filters right here, and you have the current filter, which is black. I'm going to click this color, and then it's showing me the current color palette that I have here. Now, if I zoom in, you see that this is actually the purple that we were using for the rest of the design. Okay, I'm going to look through chat just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Let's go ahead. Val is like, she did not know there were Star Wars icons. Yeah, Val, how could you? There are a lot of fun shapes in here. There are Star Wars icon. There is Star Trek as well. Maybe not in geometric, but otherwise, hey, look at that. So for all your sci-fi week needs, we have everything in here in Creative Cloud Express. Okay, let's see if there are any other questions popping up in chat. All right, we are good for now. Okay, so let's resize this just a little bit and go ahead in here. I'm gonna get some copy that I want to use and basically put in the time that it's gonna have. So let's add a text in here. Let's say this is gonna happen at 7 p.m. I'm gonna add that just quickly. Get in here the time. And maybe I also want to add, hey, join the club, join the resistance. But I go in here, add this text, and this is by default again very magic type. So I'm going to use that. I'm just going in and adding everything in here, and then I'm going to align everything really quickly. Now, if you're wondering how I did that, I basically selected this and clicked Option, click and drag, which is creating a copy for me. I'm sorry for the typos. If I can do that, 1 second. Let's put this here. And then I'm also going to go here and find a free shape because the Jedi enter free. So I'm going to find a shape here which is free, and this is going to be no entry for us. So let's actually go ahead, write free again and see what we find here. Okay, I kind of like this, but we're going to look for more. Okay, this one looks pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead, get rid of that. I'm going to resize this guy and bring it up here. Change the color to be the golden. And now we have this. Okay, now I want to add that the address of the place. So let me actually copy that copy real quick here. Let me copy the copy real quick. We have this here, and then I'm going to add a text again. Again, not touching the fonts for now. I'm going to do that right at the end. I know we are short on time, so I am just talking about this. And if you have any questions, again, okay. Future always works, right? Let's go ahead, maybe something like this, and then I'm going to resize it again. And I'm going to bring it here. Let's change the color to like this color, maybe bring it down just a little and copy it. Option, click and drag. We have RSVP because we want to know if you're coming to the event or not, right? And then with this tool, I can actually rotate it 90 degrees and it will bring it right here. Okay, so this is the address. I'm going to change the address to Futura as well, the font to Futura as well. I'm going to select book right here. I'm going to bring it right up here and align it with the text that we have. And again, I don't need to do any guesswork. We have everything inbuilt in Creative Cloud Express. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and enter another text that tells me that the Jedi enter free. So I'm going to enter that in here. And I want it to be like an arc around this little fun graphic that I created. So I have this here. And I have these shapes that we talked a little bit about earlier. I'm going to go ahead and create this circle icon right here. And in a single click, it basically let me do that. So let's actually increase the size, bring it up top, select both of these. I'm going to select both of these and unselect this guy. Maybe scale it down just a little bit and align it on the side. All right. Looking at the chat, if there are any questions, yeah, looks like I haven't missed any questions yet. Okay, so now one thing is that what's a good game night without a cosplay event, right? So we're gonna, as a local business, this is a very lucrative offer for me as a local business to give you an incentive to come here to my event. So the incentive here is that if you do cosplay, you're going to get special prizes. So let's actually add that in our flyer so that someone who is looking at the flyer has an incentive to come to our event. So the incentive is special prizes for best cosplay. Let's actually quickly write that in here. And I'm going to resize again. I know Val in the chat is super excited for cosplay. Yes, let's do it. We have, I did actually go ahead and look for some fonts here. So I'm going to select that and maybe select a different color because obviously you want your text to be legible. And since I have these shapes at the bottom of all of this text, I don't need to worry about the fact that it's not layered properly. Now, I don't really like how this text looks. So I'm going to go ahead and change the style of it. It says rotate and fit. Let's see what that does. This is super cool. I really love this. I also love this, but it's not for this design. So let's go ahead and select this guy, maybe scale it up just a little bit, align it over here, and then bring it up top. All right. The only information I feel like this is missing is the handle. I'm going to go ahead and unselect all of this, bring it down just a little bit, just like this, and then maybe add another text box, which gives me the Instagram for this place. So that is Red Penny Club. I'm sorry, I'm typing super slow today. No. And let's go ahead, change the font to again a Futura. You want to make sure that you're using the minimum amount of fonts and having the same size. Now, how do you ensure that? You see that all of the sizes that I have created in here are here above this little gray line that you see. These are all the sizes already in my design. And this is what I see in here. So let's actually place this right here, maybe underneath the logo, but I don't know if I want to include that with the logo. So let's actually go here, maybe somewhere here, perhaps here. Yeah, let's actually do this. This strikes the right kind of balance in here. Okay. Maybe this looks good. What do you guys think? I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you like this. I am gonna change until then. If you have any questions, let me know. If you are new to Adobe Creative Cloud Express, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also join the Discord community. We have a very fun Discord community. There are design feedback, design non-feedback channels. There is a worldwide community there where you can join in. And also the Creative Cloud ambassadors that you can talk to over chat. Okay, so now I'm just fixing the alignment of all of these things so that it doesn't get cut off in print if you want to print it, and seeing if everything looks good. I feel like this kind of needs something. Let's decrease the line spacing just a little bit. I think this looks good. And then I'm going to change the font for this as well. Now, if you don't know what fonts you need, you can actually go ahead and click on more fonts. And if you've ever used fonts.adobe.com, you know that there are various categories you can pick from. There is a futuristic category, if I'm not wrong, right here. And you can click any of these and let's just see how that looks. Light? Okay, that's too light. I can't see that. So let's click something else. All right. Let's see. So is there any question in chat? I see Daryl has a question. Is it a grid layout you can use for alignment? I think they're still working on that. I love that the Creative Cloud Express stream, Creative Cloud Express team is actually working on features ongoing every single day to improve your experience as a user. I know that there are grid alignments, which are smart guides, which work like it. But currently, there is no such thing of having a grid that will work like just like an Illustrator grid would, because this is essentially an app that is easy to use over the web and the iPad. So sometimes that kind of causes a hindrance for that. But I'm sure that maybe you can suggest that in the Discord community. I know everyone's really inclusive, and we would love to hear your feedback and any features that you might like to see, and see if we can accommodate them. Okay, so we have more fonts, and I was at the futuristic one right here. Let's see what we have here. We have some more. I don't know if you want to use this. Maybe let's use this. Okay, this one is not too bad. All right, let's align it right here. And okay, cool. And I'm gonna bring it up just a little. Maybe I want something else in here as well. Let's see. Let's bring it up. And now you know that I cannot align it properly. So I've just pressed Command plus plus if you're on a Mac, Control plus plus on a Windows. And that helped me zoom into the web layout. And I'm going to do Command minus minus just to get back to 100%. And here we are. We have created this in less than 30 minutes. We have created this flyer. I created this from scratch. This was super cool for me to do with you all in chat. I love that the chat is so hyped and we have so many friends in the chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching with us today. I will be back day after tomorrow. We have a whole sci-fi week themed streams here on Adobe Live. Thank you so much for subscribing on YouTube, and you can feel free to join our Discord community. But until then, may the 4th be with you, and bye for now. Bye, everyone.